NBC's coverage of the Mountain Dew Southern 500 is brought to you by the new Dew, Mountain Dew Live Wire. Summer will never be the same again. By Visa, proud sponsor of NASCAR. By Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Bar, eating good in the neighborhood, Applebee's. And by the Home Depot, NASCAR's home improvement warehouse.
A sellout crowd here at Darlington today, expressing their memories and their thoughts on the long tradition of Labor Day racing here at this storied old track. Been doing it since 1950, and the 54th running of the Mountain Dew Southern 500 gets underway here just moments from now. Budweiser, the official beer of NASCAR, proud to sponsor the Bud Pole Award given to the fastest qualifier at each Winston Cup race. The Ryan Express was in the house on Friday. Ryan Newman with his series-leading 6th pole of the season on Friday. Since 1979, Anheuser-Busch has awarded more than $8 million as title sponsor of NASCAR's Pole Award program. And a look at the starting lineup for the Mountain Dew Southern 500. Ryan Newman finished second in this race 1 year ago. And Jimmy Johnson, who has 2 top 10s and 3 Darlington races, there on the front row. The 1980 winner, Terry Labonte, in row number 2 with Elliott Sadler, finished 7th in the spring race here. Bobby Labonte, the 2000 Southern 500 winner, in row number 3, along with the current Winston Cup championship leader, Matt Kenseth. Mark Martin, former Southern 500 winner, 1993, and Ricky Craven came out on top of that fantastic finish here back in March. Greg Biffle's got a new crew chief this week. He's in row number 5, along with Dave Blaney, who's got his only top 5 finish of the season. Here, back in March, he finished 3rd. Johnny Benson of Michigan and Dale Earnhardt Jr. of North Carolina. In row number 6, Earnhardt Jr.'s best Southern 500 finish in 11th. Sterling Marlin, a 2-time Darlington winner, along with the 5-time Southern 500 winner Jeff Gordon in row number 7. Look a little deeper into the field. Jeremy Mayfield had a very good car in practice. Dale Jarrett's supposed to start in row number 9. He'll be dropping to number 10 rather. He'll be dropping to the back of the field in a minute. All right, while they make their parade and pace laps, how about we talk to the championship leader, BP?
Good idea. Matt Kenseth, Benny Parsons, you got me?
Gotcha, Benny.
Okay, is this a day to try to win, or is this a survival day?
Well, both. You know, first you got to, like Dick Trickle always said, to finish first, you must first finish. And this is really a track where you have to take care of your equipment. You got to try to stay off the wall and have yourself in a position to win at the end. So we're going to try to race the racetrack and hopefully make the right adjustments to our car here and put ourselves in a position where we can go forward there the last 50 or 60 laps. Try to get up there and win the last Southern 500 on Labor Day.
How was the car yesterday, Matt?
Run some fast speeds early in practice, but it wasn't handling quite like we liked it. So Robbie and them guys thought of some changes to make for today. Changed a few things overnight and plan on having to adjust on it here during the day to hopefully get dialed in for the way the track will be at the end of the race.
Well, good luck to you, man.
Benny.
And while we look at the rest of the lineup, just a minute ago, Chad Knaus, Jimmy Johnson's crew chief, starting 2nd, had this little warning to him over the radio today. It's good news. Listen to this.
Jimmy, turn your brake fans on and your bead blowers on. For the first time in many, many weeks, I don't have to say save your fuel.
Ha-ha, that's right. All we worry about today are tires. We don't have to worry about gasoline because the tires will wear out before they use all the gasoline.
They'll wear out before the first laps. 3 cars have to drop to the rear. Jimmy Spencer in a backup car. You saw his qualifying crash earlier. Derek Cope and Dale Jarrett had to change engines. They will go to the end of the line for the start of the Mountain Dew Southern 500. 1 lap away from the green flag. Let's check on pit road, Matt.
Back in the spring, Elliott Sadler won the pole, but he couldn't close the deal and finished 7th. He starts 4th today. The car lightning fast in the final practice, but that was on short runs. They tried to get that car to work more on long runs. His biggest concern, the patches down in the corners. Dave?
Matt, keep your eye on driver number 8 today. He makes his 8th Winston Cup Darlington start, and he's already had his Darlington stripes. Hit the wall twice in practice before he ever took a qualifying lap, but that didn't break the car. He just broke it in for Darlington. Matt, Marty?
Well, Dave, talk about a team that's on a roll. Kevin Harvick has 4 straight top 5 finishes, including finishing 2nd in the last 2 races. In his words, the car was wonderful in happy hour. They made no changes this morning. Last time this car ran for Kevin was Chicago, where he almost won the race before running out of fuel. Bill?
This is one of the trickiest pit roads in all of Winston Cup racing. It's curved to fit the front stretch shape. It's also divided into islands. But the trickiest part comes all the way down in turn 4, trying to get onto pit road. A very narrow throat. It's tough to do. Miss pit road, you lose a lap. Lose a lap at Darlington, you probably lose the race. Alan?
And Elliott Sadler mentioned patches. They have several over in turn 2. Also up in there we see some between 3 and 4.
Those are rough spots that were taken out of the pavement from the spring race to now. The drivers have been talking about the change in grip as they go across those. We'll see if it throws anybody's handling off throughout the day.
And those white edges are new since yesterday. We'll see if that throws a wrinkle into getting around this racetrack.
367 laps at tough old Darlington Raceway underway with the 54th Southern 500.
Drivers right now, BP.
Yes. Ryan Newman leads lap 1.
And everyone made it through the first lap. Good news.
Jimmy Johnson second, Elliott Sadler third, Terry Labonte fourth. Watching Dale Jr. race with Dave Blaney. This is for 8th and 9th spots.
Talking to Tony Ure this morning, he said that Jr. is going to run that high line, going to go in high, going to let the car stay up high. He feels like if you turn that car across the racetrack to try to turn under someone, that you're making those tires angry and using those tires up before their time.
Probably every crew chief on pit road is saying to his driver right now, race the racetrack, race the racetrack. This driver's got to get irritated of hearing that after a little while, doesn't he?
Yeah, but it's good too here because it does back you down a little bit. You start trying to get aggressive really early, especially when the tire temperatures and the tire pressures are low. You could really damage your tires right now. So good thing to hear.
So Earnhardt Jr. not able to mount a charge on Blaney to pick up the 8th spot. Up front, Ryan Newman, in the last couple of Darlington races, has led 1 lap apiece. So he's already led more than he had in the previous 2. And Jr. still trying to find a way around Blaney. That's the first side-by-side action in the field.
Now, if he can just stay there, well, he's got the spot already.
Blaney gave him a break. He backed up a little bit and let that 8 car slide up in front of him. To the delight of this 70,000 people in attendance today.
Johnny Benson trying to hold off Jamie McMurray for a spot. That's 15th place.
Sterling Marlin and the 19 car of Jeremy Mayfield is driven by the 10 of Benson. So drifting back a little bit is Johnny.
Jamie McMurray we're riding with now. If you were with us yesterday in our coverage of the NASCAR Busch Series 200. Oh, trouble, turn 3. 4 cars, 5 cars involved.
And Dale Jarrett.
Michael Waltrip. Dale Jarrett just got a piece of Waltrip. Got Christian Fittipaldi and Rusty Wallace. All in the wreck. That's 2 weeks in a row. Look at that.
My goodness.
I think a lot of that was from the 88 hit him. Yeah. The second impact there.
So that engine change, Dale Jarrett qualified 19th. Rusty Wallace still sitting on the racetrack. Dale Jarrett qualified 19th, but during his qualifying run, tagged a valve.
Can't get it to go.
With a piston, had to change it.
Christian Fittipaldi. And add Tony Raines to that list of drivers I gave you.
That's a lot of damage to that car, Wally.
Yeah.
Man.
Every end, sides, both sides.
Here's Tony Raines. His first Southern 500 start. Now check that, his second Southern 500 start. Will come up very short.
Well, the 43 car is the first one we see in the wall. What caused all that to begin? No way of knowing.
Like zero got into the left rear quarter panel of the 43 car of Christian Fittipaldi. Looks like what started it.
This won't be a good view. This is on board Michael Waltrip.
try to make it here on pit road. Enjoy.
And an equally ugly view on board Dale Jarrett's car.
In here, stay down, all the way down, all the way.
Didn't get down far enough.
Could not get down far enough because he was just going too fast to go all the way down on the apron and not spin. Matt?
Benny, Dale Jarrett just left his pit stall. He came on the radio and said, we have killed the right front. He said, it is towed out big time. I can barely turn it. He's going to come back in. They tried to pull away some of that sheet metal. He's going to come back in again so they can try to fix that tail. Heartbreak for this guy. His dad won this race back in '65 by 14 laps. He wants to win one of the last Labor Day Southern 500s.
Remember last Saturday night at Bristol, Michael Waltrip and Rusty Wallace in an early accident that knocked them both out of the race. Both drivers' cars heavily damaged here early in the Southern 500. This was last Saturday night at Bristol.
And watch this. Rusty Wallace comes along right there and pounds the back of that 15 car. As a matter of fact, Rusty went to the hospital for checkup. Everything was okay, but really rung his bell.
That was last weekend. Now this weekend, just a handful of laps into this race, 6 laps as a matter of fact. Both drivers' cars heavily damaged in another scramble. This one up in turns 3 and 4. So got a half a dozen cars involved in the wreck, and pit road is still closed because there's a lot of safety equipment sitting at the entry to the pit lane. So none of the lead cars should be coming in. There you see those involved in this early accident at Darlington. Ryan Newman is the leader. We're under caution in the Mountain Dew Southern 500.